when we talk about Oracle's journey in India, it's been nearly 3 decades, milestone year for you guys, and we're here on the sidelines of a big summit for Oracle India. Now, just so that our viewers understand what that journey's been like, because if you look at Oracle's blueprint in India from a database provider to a cloud solution provider, what was that transition like?
So Ayush, as you rightly said, we are celebrating our 30 years, 3 decades, and in the last 3 decades, we have been able to work with government, enterprises, small and medium business, and startups. To talk about our journey, we have been associated with all the big projects across banking, across telecom. In fact, today, governments, most of the big projects, they run on Oracle. The financial backbone in the country runs on Oracle. All telcos run on Oracle, so it's been really good. Talking about the digital journey, we set up our 2 data centers in India. The first one was set up in 2019 in Mumbai, and the second one was 2020 in Hyderabad. Those data centers really helped us to catapult our customers to 20,000, which is certainly a big achievement for us. And again, coming from all kind of industries, all kind of enterprises, that has really helped us. Today, we are 45,000 in India, 45,000 employees. All lines of businesses are represented very much here. So these are the kind of things which have been game changer for us. Some of the big projects you see in the country, whether it's UPI or the initiatives which the banks are taking, or you talk about automobile industry, you talk about, say, income tax, everywhere we have been able to participate and have been able to contribute our bit here.
Since we were talking about that 30-year journey, some of the things you mentioned are very interesting because a lot of them have happened in the last 10 years, especially since 2016, be it the implementation of GST or UPI, the fintech revolution that we're seeing in India. And it's grown at such a rapid pace that it's unparalleled and genuinely unprecedented in any part of the world. Now, Oracle is a big global company. When you do visit some of the other places where the country operates, I'm guessing there are a lot of lessons to be learned from the India story.
I fully agree. The kind of projects which are happening here, starting from what we saw in Aadhaar, then GST, then talking about COVID, 2.2 billion vaccinations on the cloud. It's an amazing story, and people are amazed to see the kind of things which are happening. We are participating with the Government of India on a project called Diksha, which is digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing. The projects of that scale are nowhere. And not only they have been conceived well, they are getting implemented, and the benefits are getting accrued to the end users. So I fully agree. There are a lot of things that other countries now can learn from us.
मेरे मोटिवेशन थी कि मैं इस देश के लिए वर्ल्ड कप जीतना चाहता था.
Cricket heals India.
सबने यही कहा, just go out there and lift this cup.
Yeah, stars had aligned.
I really do feel this is like yesterday.
We had this confidence, that we can lift the cup. We always had that belief.
This was the moment when it came together. They were the children of destiny, the men of destiny.
Nothing could pin them down.
Jaya Bharata Jananiya Tanujate, Jaya He Karnataka Mate. A short phrase coined by renowned poet Kuppalli Venkatappa Puttappa. This literally translates to victory to you, Mother Karnataka, the daughter of Mother India. In this very poem, Kuvempu, as he's very fondly called, uses these words to describe the soul of Karnataka, to describe the essence of Karnataka. let's get real. That was the Karnataka of the yesteryears, where we talk about unity, we talk about the beauty of Karnataka. Today, what's it about? There's just one word to describe it, and that's polarization. And no guesses as to why. It's because it's election year. And we're setting the stage now for 2023's biggest poll battle, all set to play out in the state of Karnataka. The ruling BJP is looking to come back to power, and that too by bucking a rather peculiar trend in the state. Wait. Let's not talk about the BJP alone. They're not the only ones with a chance in this fight. The Congress is going all out in this election too. Come on, you first figure out all your internal politics, the fight for power, etc., and then talk about fighting us. I agree that there are some small differences over leadership in the party over the CM phase, but that doesn't matter. The Congress is focused on ensuring there's a clear mandate that goes for the grand old party this time in Karnataka. I don't understand. You both are talking constantly about who's going to be winning. But let's be very, very clear. There's no winner without the JDS, is there? We are, after all, the kingmaker. We'll see about that. But in the meanwhile, welcome to State of War, Karnataka. So much going on, so much that's happened in Karnataka. Where do we begin? Well, let's start with the BJP. Let's talk about the Bharatiya Janata Party and their achievements. No, hold up. Let's focus on the numbers first, because that's what an election is all about, right? Let's start with that. Yeah, and not just numbers. It's also got a lot of history behind it if you look at what's happened in Karnataka politically. And that sets up the significance of this election. Okay, let's start with the numbers then. There are 224 seats up for grabs in the state of Karnataka. And breaking it down, how does it stand currently? Well, it's the BJP that's in power with the maximum number of seats. The BJP has 104 seats. What about the Congress? The Congress is second with 78 seats. And then you have the JDS with 37 seats. We know all of that. We know how you got back to power. But let's leave that aside for a moment. Let's talk about the results before that. In 2013, when the Congress had the very clear mandate, the Congress, with a sweeping majority, won 122 seats. And before that, before 2013, I'm talking about the election in 2008, then it was the BJP that had in fact won the people's mandate with 110 seats. And I'm sure everyone's wondering why I made that comment earlier about the JDS being kingmaker. Look at what happened in 2004. But like so often we've seen in Indian politics, unholy alliances often tend to break apart, and it's happened repeatedly with the JDS. And that brings us to the rather surprising trend in Karnataka politics. No government has ever managed to repeat itself. I'm talking about this trend being the case since the Indira Congress times in Karnataka.
One of the challenges Karnataka has faced that in 40 years, in only 10 years have you had two chief ministers who completed their full 5-year term. So I think that's one of the internal dynamics of political parties and has worked to their disadvantage. And this time also, if you see, no political party, by no I mean at least the Congress and the BJP, have not declared their chief ministerial candidate. And which is a reflection of the fact that you are going into an election as a party and not as a leader.
And that's why the BJP has its task cut out right now. They have to ensure that they buck that trend, that they can actually come back to power in Karnataka. Since we're talking about history, it's important to also know about how Karnataka has been playing such an important and a vital role in shaping national politics as well. Jayaprakash Narayan's massive JP movement was a landmark one against Indira Gandhi's Congress. And Karnataka actually led the way for that with the Janata Party's win in 1985. And let's talk about that, because one of the biggest stalwarts, you're talking about Karnataka politics, you can't not talk about the political legends. And one of the biggest stalwarts is H.D. Devegowda, who led the Janata Dal to a massive election victory in 1994 and thereby turned over Karnataka politics on its head.
And how many of these MLAs, I'm not asking you the number, but how many of these MLAs have suggested to you that one of the solutions to the problem is change of leadership?
I know you are very clever.
I'm asking a straight question, sir.
Remember that Deve Gowda also became the Prime Minister in 1996. But, I want to rewind a little more on that. Let's talk about what happened in Karnataka since the country's independence. Back then, in the 1950s, the 1960s, Karnataka was referred to as the Mysore state. And at that time, it was a bastion of the Indian National Congress. So the Congress, the Grand Old Party, never really had to work hard earlier to ensure that they'd regain power in Karnataka. It was this stronghold. Since the state's reorganization in 1956, the Congress was largely in power for a major chunk of the time. Okay, let me take it forward from here. You may have had Mysore state officially becoming Karnataka in 1972, but that didn't really change politics in any way in the state. The Indian National Congress continued to enjoy power, continued to enjoy being in the throne in Karnataka. Devaraj Arasa and Gundu Rao had their terms until the juggernaut was halted by the JP movement. Let me step in there. The Congress muscled their way back in the state, but perhaps the turning point in Karnataka came in the year 1994. Why do I say that? Well, the Janata Dal, inspired by H.D. Deve Gowda, came to power, stormed into power rather, in Karnataka. There were two key takeaways from that election. One, the Congress, which was the might force, was reduced to just 34 seats. And the bigger impact was that the Lotus, the BJP, had finally bloomed in Karnataka, with B.S. Yediyurappa spearheading the BJP to become the second largest party. So the Congress from number 1 came to number 3.
Because, people are fed up with this Congress, because that Sonia Gandhi cheated that voters. That's why people are ready to support Bharatiya Janata Party candidate.
Just like that, Karnataka had an alternative. It became a three-way battle since then.
A man not known for his oratory skills, Deve Gowda is lovingly called Manni Ne Magai, meaning the son of the earth in his native Karnataka. But even though the entry into politics was smooth, the ride ahead was an uphill task.
In 2004 was the next landmark election as far as Karnataka is concerned. Why? Because every political pundit had some yarn or the other to give and predicted one factor about the state. It did come true though. What happens if all three parties perform equally well? That kind of a scenario played out in Karnataka. In the 2004 assembly elections, BJP emerged the single largest party. The Congress was second best at 65. And the JDS, back then led by Siddaramaiah, don't get confused, managed to get 58 seats. So with a hung assembly, all eyes were on JDS to see which way they'd go. And this is why I say JDS has a history of being the kingmaker.
Please come, Dharam Singh. All these things have been discussed in detail. Now we have agreed upon to form the government, a coalition government in Karnataka.
So JDS chose Congress. The Janata Dal joined hands with the Congress, with Dharam Singh taking charge as the Chief Minister. And what happened next in Karnataka? It's a word that we derive from the state itself. Endless Nataka. Siddaramaiah had a fallout with H.D. Deve Gowda, and then, twist of twists, in 2005, Siddaramaiah is expelled from the JDS.
Why do you want to move Mr. Siddaramaiah from the leadership of the JDLP to the party world?
Which reason we are going to take that decision? M. Pugarash will going to address the press.
I say I was the hindrance, stumbling block for his plan. That's why he removed me first.
Now you're still hindrance. You still are hindrance.
Does it end there? No, in Karnataka, that's just the beginning.
What more you want, Mr.
A year later, Siddaramaiah joined hands with who were once his arch rivals, with the Congress, in the presence of Sonia Gandhi, in this massive welcome campaign that the Congress led. A move that forced the JDS to break allies with the Congress and maybe call for fresh elections.
So now suppose BJP says that they accept all your maybe your manifesto. So will you join hands with them and form government?
No, hold on. They had better plans also. In politics, we've seen it so many times. There are no real friends or enemies for that matter. It's all about who will sit on the seat of power. JDS thereby walked up to the BJP and formed the government, and H.D. Kumaraswamy is made the chief minister. So there you have it, all drama taken care of.
H.D. Kumaraswamy ಅವರನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಿ.
Not at all. It was the beginning of another fresh cycle of drama. Because JDS, H.D. Kumaraswamy and B.S. Yediyurappa now got into a fight over any guesses, power, and over the CM throne, who will be the chief minister. Now, JDS decided to take the extreme step of pulling the plug on the alliance. This was, by the way, in 2007.
So, do you think that this will be a stable government and it will go on, it will complete all the 18 months?
I don't want to reply for all these questions because whatever reply we will going to give, people will take it in bad way. How our friendly partners will going to behave in future days? On their behaviors only we can predict it will complete full term or it will not complete.
And now you know why we keep saying Nataka in Karnataka. Drama written all over the state. Agreed. There's endless Nataka in Karnataka and all. But I think we've conveniently forgotten what happened in the last election as well.
Are you confident of becoming the next Chief Minister of Karnataka or not?
Same thing will repeat in Karnataka.
No hung assembly.
No hung assembly at all.
That brings us to the current scenario. Here's what happened a few years ago in 2018.
All India Congress Party has taken a decision to support JDS.
You had the JDS and Congress turning allies with just one mission in hand, to ensure that the BJP cannot come to power in Karnataka despite being the single largest party as per the people's mandate. Once again, you had H.D. Kumaraswamy at the throne. He took oath as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. And that moment led to this massive photo op, a show of strength by the opposition like nothing we've ever seen or perhaps have seen after that. But if you thought again, end of drama, think again. Because Kumaraswamy pulled off what he did in the 2000s, this time with the Congress. The BJP-JDS alliance may have been referred to as unholy, but so was the JDS-Congress alliance as well.
Do you hate Mr. Siddaramaiah?
What is the necessary for me to hate? Siddaramaiah is not running any campaign against me. His party is Congress, my party is JDS. I have to criticize him.
You have no problem with Siddaramaiah?
No, I have no problem at all.
The power-sharing formula, after a lot of ripples, a lot of tremors, a lot of differences, broke up. It lasted for just about 14 months. What led to the downfall? I'm going to bring in Nagarjun from Bengaluru for more on that.
It was in July 2019 that 17 MLAs from the coalition government resigned and flew to a resort in Mumbai city.
ये तो उनका तरीका है, पैसा है, पावर है, तो उसका वो प्रयोग करते हैं.
The then Chief Minister was in USA for an official trip, had to rush back to Bengaluru.
Sir, the BJP is saying that you have been reduced to minority.
Why I have to resign? What is the necessary for me to resign now? The central government and BJP's attitude, how they wanted to demolish the democracy system in this country.
While these rebel MLAs were in touch with BJP's top brass and Yediyurappa.
Even today, they want Congress, they let them go and approach the Supreme Court. They have written a letter to the governor. What is all things going on in the assembly? That is why we are moving vote of confidence.
You're confident of getting the numbers, sir? No, all our people will come back here. They don't want to lose their membership.
That all the MLAs who had will change their mind. They'll be with us. We have a confidence. We will try to accommodate them.
The Speaker, however, suspended these rebel MLAs, and the MLAs then moved the Supreme Court and contested the by-elections, of which 15 of them won the by-elections and joined the BJP, and today are incumbent sitting ministers.
Spirit of my becoming the Chief Minister today goes to the people of the state. who solidly stood behind me and my party. Mine is the development government, and development is only my goal.
So the saffron wave is back in Karnataka in the most dramatic way, as is expected from Karnataka politics. B.S. Yediyurappa, the BJP strongman, the BJP veteran, was back as the chief minister of the state. But surprise, surprise, in a matter of 2 years, on the BJP's second anniversary as the government in Karnataka, he stepped down. He resigned in a rather emotional moment in the Karnataka Assembly. And why? Because of the BJP's age barrier, the age cutoff that they have.
ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಖುಷಿಯಿಂದ 75 ವರ್ಷ ದಾಟಿದ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ವರ್ಷ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮುಂದುವರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ, ನಡ್ಡಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶಬ್ದಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿನಂದನೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬಹುದು.
Now this is one of the most debated points, not just then, but even to date, about whether the BJP Karnataka was wrong in removing B.S. Yediyurappa. But hold on, if you thought he was completely snubbed, that wasn't the case. Yediyurappa was given the opportunity to choose who his successor would be.
Yeah, unanimously elected Basuraj Bommai as legislative party leader. You're all very happy.
And he handpicked Basuraj Bommai to lead the BJP into this election, to lead the BJP into the 2023 election.
Probably they'll be looking into the legacy which my father has left. So based on that, they are putting a lot of faith in me, like my central leaders Narendra Modi ji and Yediyurappa ji. So I have to live to the expectation of everybody.
So I'm guessing you got the flow and all of what's happened in Karnataka politics so far. But there's one very interesting aspect that we haven't told you about Karnataka yet. What are you talking about? The people who were rightly upset about Yediyurappa quitting and influenced the decision on Bommai's promotion to the CM post. But what's there to talk about? I think we all know that it was quite simply the Modi-Shah combination taking the decision. Come on, we all know there's a larger picture to also look at. It's also about caste and community, the mix of how that kind of politics really influences parties' decisions in the state. And I'm talking particularly about two caste groups, the Lingayats and the Vokkaligas. So let's put this stat out. Out of the 23 chief ministers that Karnataka has seen so far, 10 have come from the Lingayat community. Who are they? Well, a group of seers of different mats who back politicians and are a guaranteed vote bank. They constitute 17% of the state's population, and believe it or not, they're the deciding factor in about 120 of 224 Karnataka Assembly constituencies. Just so you know, Lingayats used to support both the Congress and BJP candidates earlier, but they moved away from the Congress, away from the Grand Old Party in 1990. This was when Rajiv Gandhi removed Virendra Patil as the chief minister. And let's get you some stats here of the BJP and how much the Lingayats matter to them. Of the party's 105 legislators, 37 are Lingayat. That's roughly about 39% of its lawmakers. So that's why it didn't really come as a surprise that when B.S. Yediyurappa stepped down as the chief minister, he then handpicked Basuraj Bommai, who's also from the Lingayat community, to ensure that the Lingayats are in miffed toward Yediyurappa being removed as the chief minister of Karnataka. And if anything, the BJP will essentially recall the 2013 Assembly election results to ensure that they take lessons from the past as well. Because in 2013, when Yediyurappa, rather miffed with the BJP, ditched them and started his own party, most of the Lingayat vote, interestingly, didn't stay with the BJP. They left the BJP and went with Yediyurappa instead. And that seriously dented the BJP's chances in that election.
This time around, it will be interesting because while Yediyurappa continues to be a powerful face of the BJP, he is not a chief ministerial candidate. He is not even contesting the elections. So how impactful will his campaign be? On the other hand, while the Congress has been trying to build its base among the Lingayats, their challenge is they don't have a frontline leader in that community who they can project as a face of the party. So these are the challenges with regard to the Lingayat vote, and that's why there is so much of discussion.
You know, the Lingayats at one point did vote for the Congress in large numbers. And despite all of the shortcomings, the Congress is still trying very hard to woo them back. Rahul Gandhi, for example, when he embarked on the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he met this year of the Chitradurga Math, a very influential Lingayat seer, and sought his blessings. But that photo op, while extremely crucial in the political battleground of Karnataka, will it actually pay any dividends for the Congress? We'll see very soon. So we've covered the Lingayats for you. Let's focus now on the Vokkaligas, the second dominant caste group in Karnataka. There are 59 assembly seats largely concentrated in the old Mysore region, an area where the Vokkaligas are dominant. For long, they've backed the Congress and JDS.
Now the BJP wants to alter this equation. And that's why the BJP is making a huge presence in the old Mysore region, which is actually the chink in their armor. They have not done well in the old Mysore region in the past, except in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections. On the other hand, the fact that the KPCC president is from that community, and of course the JDS banks on that community, you still have this three-way competition, therefore, for the Vokkaliga vote.
National Congress president has become after S.F. Krishna, the same community has become. That is what I just disclosed before the community. I want those entire community to stand behind me. I want the voters of all the community, they should definitely they will have an opportunity.
But, you know, I'd also like to highlight here that it isn't as if the BJP doesn't have leaders from the Vokkaliga community. I'll list a few. Former Deputy Chief Minister Ashwath Narayan, Minister R. Ashok, the party General Secretary C.T. Ravi, who you see on the headlines very often, all of them are Vokkaligas. And in December 2022, Home Minister Amit Shah also made his pitch asking the community to step forward, look beyond the Congress and choose the BJP this time. And it's not just the BJP and the Congress. Let's not forget the JDS here. They also have a big say as far as the Vokkaliga community is concerned, and they're doing everything they can to woo the community.
तो पहले अब उनकी माफी होगी या पहले जेपीसी बैठेगी?
अरे ऐसा है सुधीर भाई, इसकी चर्चा स्पीकर की उपस्थिति में करनी चाहिए, दोनों दलों ने मिलकर। चले मैं तो आज ही कह देता हूं कि स्पीकर साहब के पास जाकर चर्चा करिए, आपके कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से ही कह देता हूं।
Dhanushkodi's old harbour to Tallaimanar to Archal Munai. A 62-kilometer swim sounds quite daunting and adventurous. So what was it like for you?
Incredible experience. It was a lot of excitement. It was a lot of enthusiasm, fear, anxiety, stress. But yeah, it's overcoming all that and finishing what I set out to do is one of the most important things. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, considering the Ram Setu is a very important religious sentiment to us Indians. Setting out and being able to swim across that successfully, I think is not only for me, it's showing that India is a very, very, very powerful state, whether it be in faith or whether it be in support. Swimming is really not that easy. It's so much more different than any other normal sport, and training for that takes about 3-4 months of rigorous training. There's a lot of things that go into it: your diet, your physical fitness, your mental fitness is very, very important. So for this particular swim, it was more mind over the body. You can keep pushing as much as you can, but the mind needs to also be able to push with your physical capacity.
मेरे लिए मोटिवेशन थी कि मैं इस देश के लिए वर्ल्ड कप जीतना चाहता था.
Cricket heals India.
सबने यही कहा, just go out there and lift this cup.
Yeah, stars had aligned.
I really do feel this is like yesterday.
We had this confidence, that we can lift the cup. We always had that belief.
This was the moment when it came together. They were the children of destiny, the men of destiny.
Nothing could pin them down.